If you can hear this broadcast, you should know that you are in extreme danger. This isn't a broadcast to warn you of pending danger to come. This is already telling you that you are in the midst of extreme danger. You are in the midst of extreme danger because we have already been seized. We are under siege by the deep state, by the pharmaceutical industry, and by the military-industrial complex, which is in reality all the same thing. It's all Pfizer, it's all CNN, it's all MSNBC, it's all Fox News, it's all the same bullshit. And I am here to plead with you, join this army and be a part of the correct response to this corruption. Why is this army the answer to defeating the system? It's the answer to defeating the system for many reasons on many levels, and this is what I'm going to discuss with you right now. So first, let's talk about greed. We as human beings are created by God to find greed to be something repulsive. When someone is overly greedy, when they indulge in more than they need to sustain themselves and to live a good, peaceful existence. We find that disgusting because we know when someone is greedy, like Nancy Pelosi, who boastfully presents herself as a public servant, but she's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. How is it someone becomes a public servant and ends up being worth hundreds of millions of dollars? The only way that happens is by corruption. What happens is Nancy Pelosi gets insider information. She gives that to her husband. He does the stocks change, and they become worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Many of you listening to me right now, you're police officers, you are court bailiffs, you're security. You should be disgusted in yourself to defend these people. You really are. On the day of judgment, you are going to be the first to be led into hellfire. I'm going to let you know, before they go to the hellfire, you are going to be marched into the hellfire before them, because you are the reason they were allowed to bring this tyranny on earth. So I'm telling you right now, if you're a bailiff, if you're a police officer, if you're a federal agent, whatever you are, if your function is to defend this tyranny amongst this society, you are going to be marched into the hellfire first. Because you have to be marched into the hellfire first. You're going to be marched into the hellfire first because the wickeders that are more wicked, like Nancy Pelosi, she's going to be asked, these are the people that protected you. Are they here to protect you now? What has become of them? And she's going to have terror on her face because she's going to watch them screaming in the hellfire as she is led to the hellfire with no protection. So I want you to think of this, you police officers, you federal agents. I'm talking to all of you across the world. What you're doing when you protect this system is you're securing your place in hellfire. What you're doing when you protect these criminals is you're securing your place in hellfire. This religion is ethically superior than every other religion. It is ethically superior than Christianity, Islam, Mormonism, and Judaism. There's no hypocrisy in this religion. You know, there's hypocrisy in the Muslim religion. You read the Quran, it says, La karat fi din. There's no compulsion in religion, but yet you leave your religion. If you were born a Muslim, they call you an apostate and they kill you. You become a Christian, you leave Islam, they call you an apostate and they kill you. They call themselves the religion of peace, but say something derogatory about Muhammad, see what happens. The Muslim religion is so shameful that they edit the Quran. The Quran gives you permission to rape slave girls. If you look at the hadiths, there's plenty of hadiths where it states that Muhammad would rape slave women. So he would beat men in battle and then he would rape their wives. This is in the Muslim doctrine. But most Muslims, they don't know anything about their religion. They only know what their parents have told them. This is why Muslims are so arrogant in their speech when they talk about their religion, because they think it's a perfect religion. They mistake their religion for this religion. because they have complete ignorance of their religion, and they have been so brainwashed they don't understand the absurdity of praying to God behind another man's backside. They don't understand that. They don't have the reasoning skills to be able to tell that there is no way a God, a merciful, just God, would give an unjust economic advantage to a kingdom, to a wicked kingdom like Saudi Arabia. There's no way a God, a mighty God, is going to tell you, walk around this black box like a fucking idiot. No. This religion is not going to allow you to torment children and tell them they're going to go to hell for having something to drink when they're thirsty on Ramadan. This religion is not going to make you torment your children to the point where they have to sneak into the washroom and drink water from the sink. And I know every Muslim who's listening to this has done that when they were younger. Every Muslim who's listening to this has done that and has pretended to fast. Every one of you phony bitches that's going to write bullshit in the comment section, I know what's really up with you. The Christian religion, the most disgusting religion in the world when it comes to ethics. It is. Any religion that tells you it's okay to kill another person, to make another person suffer for the sins of someone that was not the person that caused these sins, is a disgusting religion, is an unjust religion. This is not the religion of a God. This Christian, these arrogance of these Christians, they're so unlettered, they're so uneducated, they don't know anything about the Bible, they don't know how it was compiled, they don't know who the scribes are, Mark who, Paul who, Peter who, they don't know anything. This moronic, arrogant Christian idiot in my comment section yesterday talking about, oh, well, your problem is the word Allah is not in the Bible. Fucking idiot, have you ever read an Arabic Bible? No, you haven't. You think your English Bible, the King James Version, is the way God sent it to man because you're an idiot and because you haven't read the book. Because if you've read the Bible, you'll know it is a stupid book if you take it in its totality. Yes, you can cherry pick beautiful parts in the Bible, but you can also find absurdities, and you know when you find these absurdities that this book is not from God. I don't even have to get into the wicked absurdities of the Bible that tells you to chop off your wife's hand if she defends your home from someone, and the only way she can defend your home, because she's a woman, she's weak, especially back then. They didn't have all types of jujitsu. She didn't know how to put a man in a flying triangle, so she had to hit him in the balls. The Bible says if a woman does that, you're supposed to cut off her hand and show her no mercy. I want to meet the holy Christian that's cut off his wife's hand, who's defended his home and shown her no mercy. I want to ask the people if they think this man is holy or if they think this man is scum. We know what the answer is going to be. Yesterday, a racist in my comment section on a video that was talking about Muhammad Ali, he said that niggers don't go to hell. Called Muhammad Ali a nigger, said Muhammad Ali isn't going to go to hell because he's a racist piece of shit. But you know what's really interesting? Neil deGrasse Tyson is black, so if you're racist, you're going to call him a nigger too. If you're racist enough to call Muhammad Ali a nigger, clearly you're racist enough to call Neil deGrasse Tyson a nigger. He's darker than Muhammad Ali. Neil deGrasse Tyson single-handedly, in a G-rated way, destroyed your Bible. He talks about the Bible. In the Bible, it talks about stars falling down to earth. Stars are millions of times bigger than the earth. There's no way a star can fall to the earth. So whoever wrote that was a moron. Clearly, this is not from God. Clearly, this is not the language God would use. So this nigger that you call a nigger just destroyed your entire religion with just one simple sentence. Just picking out one clear error that science testifies is an error. You're done. I am not here to just give you a better alternative than the stupid religions that have been introduced to you. I am here to give you the truth. It is automatically going to be superior than the stupid made-up religions, because this religion is the truth and it's not made up. This religion calls you to worship God directly. It tells you that your relationship with God is supposed to be just that, between you and God. There is no money in this religion. There is no tithing in this religion. I do not collect money for this religion. I do not accept donations. All exchange of money in the support or the commission of this religion is forbidden. You may not collect money to build a church or a temple for this religion. We don't have any of that. If you want to invite people over to your house to have deep philosophical discussions, that's wonderful. This is a religion that embraces science, that encourages the scientific method, that absolutely believes in evolution, and that shuns superstition. This is a religion that lets you know the laws of physics are just that. Laws of physics. No one can override these laws. I can't do it and you can't do it. These laws are a decree by God and they can only change under His direct order. Nothing else. Any miracles you see me perform, if you see me perform a miracle, it is going to be done by the will of Allah, and it's going to be a one-time thing. It's just going to be to make whatever point He wants to make. It's not going to be the laws of physics are now changed and there are people walking around with superpowers. You are not to hold me into any other reverence than you hold any other person that wants to serve God. That's it. I am not better than anyone. I am just as flawed as anyone else. The only difference between me and someone who's not like me is the fact that I try. That's it. I just try. And that's all God cares about, that you try. Because you are absolutely powerless. I am absolutely powerless. All you have to bring God is your sincerity and your efforts. That's all you have to give to God. You don't have ability to give to God because your ability He gives unto you. Under the Muslim religion, parents have rights over children. The child is not allowed to say oof to their parents. I'm here to tell you, under this religion, the child can say whatever the fuck they want because they're a child and you're an asshole for obstructing a child from exploring, understanding, and asking questions. Yes, the child can say oof to you, you egotistical bitch. You know what else the child can do? The child can break anything he or she fucking wants to break in your house. You want to bring a child into this world, that's fine. But you have to understand that this is a being, this is a sentient being that does not understand anything about this world. And they want to experiment because God creates every man, woman, and child a born scientist. Everyone. I hereby give permission for every follower of this religion to call themselves a scientist, regardless of their academic background. Most children, when they break things, why do they break things? Some children, they'll break things in anger, but most times, they break things out of curiosity. They break things out of curiosity because they want to see what's on the inside. What are scientists doing right now with the Large Hadron Colliders? They're smashing particles so they can find what's on the inside, so that they can see the true nature of reality. And when they do, what did they learn? The true nature of reality is crazy. We are incapable of understanding the true nature of reality. You had to learn this by building these machines. I knew this because of revelation. By the grace of God, I did not need a Large Hadron Collider to tell me this world is not what we're seeing with our eyes, to tell me that this is a world of consciousness and everything that we're seeing with our eyes is just a delusion, a test. This is a part of the test. We are all being tested right now. I am being tested as a messenger of God, and you are being tested to see what you do when you hear the message. You will be asked, when you heard the message, did you ponder on the message, or did you respond immediately with your ego? Right now, we have to get ready for war, because we are imprisoned. We are in the prison system right now. So I am here to unify the inmates, so we can override this prison system and crumble the guards like Nancy Pelosi. Those of you who protect the wicked like Nancy Pelosi and that allow this system to flourish, soon you will have a choice to make. And that choice will be, do you choose God or do you choose them? Do you choose paradise or do you choose hellfire? The choice will be yours and the choice will be made very soon, I assure you. True Shahada and join this army. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah wa ashhadu anna Phoenix Abdul Allah. This is a complete reading of all the revelations I have been given thus far. This reading is valid as of May 24th, 2022. Again, this is from the Book of Thought. This was the book that was revealed unto me. You are under no obligation to read or recite these prayers as a believer. These are just given to you as a means of serenity. This book of thought is completely unique. There's nothing else like it. This religion is completely unique. It is forbidden to collect money in this religion. There is no tithing in this religion. Once I start reading, I'm going to stop doing commentary. I'm just going to read straight through. So just another point I would like to point out. The name of God is Allah, not Allah. It's a completely different thing again. This is not the Muslim God. This is not a God of forced ritual. This is not a God that burdens his creation with absurdities. Let's begin. 'Tis not possible. No man can speak the truth without being hated. 'Tis not possible. How can it be so? You must either offend the brother, father, mother of such, and as such you will be hated by the hypocrites. You will come at a time when the hypocrites are strong. They will be strong in numbers, and they will be strong with hypocrisy. I will end the intoxication of their arrogance with shame and mockery. I shall shackle them in shame and mockery and lead them to the path of my vengeance. For ye who delight in the torment of others will have their delight repaid unto them with the suffering of thirst. They will be prevented from the mercy of being able to beg for mercy. I will make you something strange to them until they have been bestowed in my comfort. I will place wind on top of wind and fuel it with my contempt for wickedness. I will then command this wind to hunt the wicked for me. I will command this wind to pulverize the wicked in my name. I will make the streets of the land noble by washing them with the blood of the wicked. Through their own ears, as if being spoken to by themselves, to themselves, they will curse themselves. They will blaspheme in placing their judgment before mine. They will blaspheme by placing their arrogance before my knowledge of all things. My horsemen will be protected by the seen and unseen as ordered on my decree. I will put anger in the sun and command it to hurl its contempt upon my challengers. O mankind, be not people of superstition, be people of righteous study, and thou shalt be people of righteous guidance. Allah is the impeccable, the one who bestows, the one who subtracts, the one who guides, the one who allows, the architect, the artist, the educator, the final punisher, the judge, the one, the commander, the forgiver, the compassionate, the merciful, the irresistible, the uncontainable, the unstoppable, the one who cannot be seized, the defeater of all challengers, the patient, the equalizer, the humbler, the all-knowing. Say, O dear Allah, we beg you to make it easy for us to come to you. We beg you to remove any obstructions caused by our arrogance and our ignorance. We beg you to protect us from the temptations of wickedness and from the false promises of pride. We beg you to keep us in a state of enlightenment so that we may be aware. O dear Allah, if it is your plan that my wish be fulfilled, it shall be so. If it is not, I beg that you enlighten me with the comfort to accept your decision with peace and tranquility. Prayer that has been inspired unto me. Do not let governments divide us. Do not let nationalism divide us. Do not allow wealth to divide us. Do not allow the color of skin to divide us. Only allow truth to unite us. O dear Allah, Please forgive the sins that we make in both states of love and in states of contempt.